Thank you for your message. On behalf of the
presidencia de CELAC y se cuente que el bloque ALBA-TCP estará presente como uno solo. Quiero darle la palabra al honorable señor Lance Brown, oficial senior de Asuntos Consulares de Antigua y Barbuda, para su intervención. Adelante, excelencia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
presidente,
Your Excellency,
excelencia,
Honorable Foreign Minister of
honorable
the Bolivarian Republic,
ministro de Asuntos Exteriores de la República Bolivariana de Venezuela,
Honorable Ministers of Government,
honorables ministros
ALBA States,
del gobierno de los Estados miembros del ALBA,
distinguished
distinguidos
government
funcionarios
officials,
de gobierno,
fellow
delegados,
delegates,
hermanos y
brothers
hermanas.
and sisters. I bring fraternal greetings from the Honorable Gaston Brown, Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, and the Honorable E.P. Chet Greene, Foreign Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, who are unable to attend this very important meeting due to the exigencies of government service. The convening of this meeting is quite auspicious, coming together as we are at a very unpredictable period in the hemisphere. The current geopolitical tensions now existing between the United States and Canada, Mexico, Cuba, Venezuela, and China have potentially tremendous economic and social implications for all of us if immediate actions are not taken to engage in meaningful dialogue among key players. The need for our continued solidarity is absolutely critical now, more so than ever before, perhaps, as we prepare to manage the possible economic, political, and social fallout. Now is the time for strategic diplomatic engagement and committed solidarity. As governments, we have a responsibility to ensure that our region remains a zone of peace, fostering economic stability and sustainable growth for all citizens. As independent countries, we must continue to defend our sovereignty, guided by the noble ideals of our late exemplars, Fidel Castro and Hugo Chavez, for an integrated Latin America and the Caribbean. Antigua and Barbuda remains fervently committed to the principles of the Charter of the United Nations to promote friendly and cooperative relations, the peaceful settlement of disputes, strict compliance with the commitment of non-intervention directly or indirectly in the internal affairs of any state, to foster a culture of peace and to promote nuclear disarmament as a priority goal. It is therefore important, imperative even, that we continue our efforts to implement the programs identified for the further development of member countries of the ALBA as concrete responses to the current political threats imposed by the United States of America. It is our collective dedication to functional cooperation that will help us navigate the fallout of uncertain conditions existing in the hemisphere. The Agro-ALBA initiative is a key strategic plan that will further strengthen our solidarity as the ALBA family, with the potential to transform the agricultural landscape among this esteemed grouping. The Cooperation Framework Agreement for the purpose of promoting sustainable development, increasing agri-food productivity, and improving food security and economic standards is vital in helping us to operate within a well-structured cooperation framework based on solid economic and social data. The recently concluded meetings of ALBA ministers responsible for sea and air transportation and science and technology represent additional practical and relevant areas that will further stimulate solutions to enhance our capacity for extensive cooperation within ALBA. Colleagues, our founding fathers, comrades Castro and Chavez, have left us a legacy of determination and creativity in our efforts to realize the integration of North America and the Caribbean, by helping to create the requisite integration mechanism to underpin our shared pursuit of equal rights and peace. It is in difficult times like these that we need to dig deep to ensure that ALBA-TCP as a regional development mechanism which promotes engagement and fraternal ties between Latin American and Caribbean nations serves as a universally admired example of the Global South's willingness and its ability to cohesively navigate current and future economic, social, and political challenges. In this regard, Antigua and Barbuda remains committed to the principles of respect for sovereignty, territorial integrity, and non-interference in internal affairs of states. These are values that continue to characterize our relationship with all friendly countries. It is essential that all our states redouble our efforts to foster sincere dialogue and constructive cooperation rather than to engage in hasty, reactionary behaviors that fuel divisions. As custodians of the Latin American and Caribbean regions, elected as we are through democratic systems and procedures in our respective countries, we have a responsibility to ensure that we resolve our disagreements, our disputes, and our differences by institutionalized procedures which are already enshrined to promote fairness and mutual respect. All nations of this very important region must persevere with renewed vigor to ensure that as governments of Caribbean and Latin American nations, we maintain peaceful relationships and solidarity between ourselves, both now and for generations to come. Thank you, Excellencies.